All right, we're going to have John Warrow up first.
Hey, Josh, John Warrow with the AP.
Yeah, good to see you, War.
Let me express my condolences to you on behalf, on my behalf, and for your loss, and how just my condolences.
Thank you.
What do you make of the outpouring of support? I think the last time I checked, it was $300,000 for Oshai.
Yeah, it's words can't really describe, how I feel, how my family feels. Every time I call my parents and let them know, the new number, they just start bawling all over again. And to know that people care and that so much good is coming out of a tough situation, it means the world to myself. It means the world to my family. It just shows how this Bills community and this Buffalo community rally around each other. And that's what, they've been known for, and that's what they're still known for. I can't thank everybody who supported and donated and did. I can't thank them enough. It's overwhelming for sure. But so much good is coming out of, like I said, such a tough situation that, you can't help but smile at it. And it's unbelievable.
For many of us who are unfamiliar with Patricia, just what did she mean to you specifically through your life?
Yeah, that's Grammy right there. That's what everybody called her. Just the sweetest, nicest lady you'd ever meet. Not a single mean bone in her body. Cooked the most amazing food. The countless Christmases, Easters, holidays that we'd spend together as family in their house, the one in Fireball, and then they moved to Fresno, and just hearing her voice and just giving her a hug. She was a huge, huge supporter of myself, and she went to all the high school games, and she made a few NFL games, and it's going to suck going on without her for sure. And I just wish I could have been there with my family and give them all hugs, but it is what it is. And, she'll be greatly missed and never forgotten for sure.
And lastly, if I may, we saw you on a few occasions pointing your finger up to the sky and looking up. Was that for her? And how fitting or apt of a tribute was it for you to have a game and the Bills to come out with a win, and for you to have a game like that?
Yeah, it was definitely for her. And I had some words for her, and it was a long 24 hours. Sunday was, and going into Saturday, and my parents didn't really want to tell me. They didn't want to burden me with a heavy heart before a game, but to go out there and play for her and do it in her honor while my family was all together watching. I don't think it could have been a better tribute. And she was a huge Bills fan, and I called my family right after the game and just started bawling, and they were crying too. But they both said she's got the best seat in the house, her and Papa do. So it was pretty surreal. It was a special moment for myself and my family.
Thanks so much, Josh, for sharing. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, Josh, Adam Bonini, WGRZ, condolences again. We have talked about how much you've invested into this community, and to you just touched on it off the top, but to see it come back the way it has in this situation with that amount of money, that outpouring. I know this is the only place you've played in the NFL, but how unique do you maybe view Buffalo and this community in that aspect and your relationship with it? Man,
I would just, again, there's not a lot of words that I can use to describe it, how awesome this place is. And, I saw donations coming in quickly after the game, and it got to 5,000. I was just like, holy crap. It's a lot of money being raised in her honor. And now where we're at is just crazy. And, for just one guy to put it out there, be like, hey, let's do this in honor of her. And it's a truly special place. And I know my family is forever, engraved here, and myself included. And I don't ever want to leave, obviously. And I want to play here for as long as I can, and give back to the community and give back to BillsMafia here.
And Josh, if I could just follow up, everyone deals with situations like that in life differently. Take me through what your emotions were like within the confines of an NFL game, and however you were able to channel that grief or whatever it was, how you dealt with it and were able to execute like you did on the field.
Yeah. I mean, all I kept telling myself was she would want me to play, and she would want me to play how I usually play, the fun that I have out there, and the sense of pride I have when I put on that uniform and I represent the Buffalo Bills, and on my back represent my family, and that's all I kept telling myself is I'm doing this for her, and I knew she was with me on the field.
All right, Josh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Josh, again, deepest sympathies and thoughts to you and your entire family.
Thank you.
And to kind of just piggyback off of Adam's question, you're a pro, and your job, which you chose to, of course, do and did incredibly well that Sunday, was done once you went forth with that. But as comfortable as you are talking about this, to what extent did you processing the blow, jolt, the news on Saturday, and then taking it from there to the point of, okay, I'm going to play, like you said, she'd want me to, but gathering yourself emotionally and focused to do the job as best as you wanted to do it. Can you just kind of walk through that, please?
Yeah. Man, I kind of want to keep some things in house, but obviously when I first heard, I was just in shock. I didn't believe it. And, it's hard to feel all that emotion right away when you're not there with your family and you don't really know what's going on for sure. And then talking to my sisters and my brother and then my parents, and just kind of hearing them, how emotional and distraught they were. It obviously puts a damper on your heart. And, I just wanted to be there for them. And then, I tried to put on a brave face and the next day and obviously go out there. And, I really kept a cool head and then until after the game, and I saw Dave's, and I'm just glad, Dave's was there, and I let it all out. And I love Dave's and appreciate everything that he's been to me here. But it was a moment that was tough for sure after the game. As soon as Coach McDermott spoke, I grabbed my phone, and that's when I called my parents. So.
And Josh, did you give even a second of a thought to possibly not playing just because you wouldn't be able to gather yourself? I'm talking, I guess, at the moment, like you said, shock. Did it ever occur to you for even a second that you might not play Sunday? No,
I don't think so. And the reason being, she would have wanted me to play. That's what she looked forward to. And she watched every single game, whether it was live in person or on TV. So that's not what she would have wanted. And
support, you just last thing, you mentioned Dave's, you mentioned, of course, Coach McDermott, the other, I'm sure, coach that, but how about your teammates? If you could just give me a sense of what that was like and how they were, that interaction with you, all of them knowing what you were going through during the course of this game to kind of, buck you up and so forth. Any anecdotes from that, or just in general what that was like?
Well, to be honest, not many people knew. A couple coaches, a couple guys in the quarterback room knew. That was it. And actually, I think a few guys didn't really know what was going on even after the game when I kind of spoke to everybody. But just talking with some of the guys who have been through situations like mine, guy like Mario Addison coming up to me and just giving me a big hug and let me know, like, we're going to get through this together. And, I talked to Mario after that, and I really appreciated what he did. And just the overwhelming support of your teammates and your brothers here. And that's how you get over stuff is being with your friends and your family and, focusing on all the good.
Thank you, Josh.
Hey, Josh, thoughts and prayers with your family. And as well, congratulations on winning, again, the Offensive Player of the Week award. When you won it earlier this year, you said, quote, "It was not a big deal with everything that was going on in the last few days." Does this one mean something more?
Not personally to me, the sense of, what I did and how I did and who I did it for. I think that kind of in my inside, like, that makes me feel better. It's cool for my family to see that, but I'm not huge on these individual awards and stuff like that. I just want to go out there and play this game with a lot of fun, a lot of energy, and try to go out there and win football games no matter what it takes.
Thanks, Josh.
Hey, Josh, thinking about you and your family, tough time, but being through 10 weeks now of this season, just seeing your offense and defense, and I guess the way the offense played this past weekend, what have you learned about your team so far?
Like I said, we're a resilient group. We got a great locker room, guys that just have each other's backs, guys that care about each other. When you care about each other that much, when you're on the football field, you play harder and you think less about sacrificing your body and whatnot, and you just go out there and try to do your job. So the love that we share in the locker room, I think it's unmatched anywhere in the league. We have a good time. We love playing football, and I think we all have the same common goal in mind. That's to win football games no matter what it takes. And that's what Coach McDermott's set up the trajectory here in this franchise, and being playoff caliber and holding each other to a standard each and every day. And I think that's what we're doing here right now. And we got to continue to find ways to get better and find more ways to win football games. And every game's a different challenge and a different situation pops up. But I think Coach does a good job of providing us with solutions to whatever situation we're in. We got to go out there and execute it.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
Hey, Josh, Matt Bove here. Also, like my colleagues have said, sending our condolences to your family. Another football question for you, though. I think we all knew Stefon Diggs was very good when the Bills acquired him. Did you know he was this good?
I thought he was. Watching him, his highlights right when we got him. Actually, we played him a couple of years ago, and I think he had a pretty good game against us that day. But just, the things that don't show on the stat sheet, the energy that he brings, the knowledge that he has for the game, how he rallies and bonds with the guys in the locker room. I think that shows up off the stat sheet, and I think that's what's really cool about him. He's a very team first guy, contrary to popular belief, and all he does to me is like just keep making the right decisions. He's not trying to get me to force him the ball, and that's saying he does have the most targets in the league, and he's got the most receptions and yards now, but he's never once given me any reason to believe he's nothing but a team guy. I think I said that right, but he's team first. He loves ball. He's very competitive. We get along extremely well. He's a great fit in our receiving group and in our locker room for that matter. We're lucky to have him.
How has his presence just helped you develop as a quarterback?
When we go out there and we have the weapons that we do, having guys that are reliable and know what they're doing, guys that can consistently win, him included, he's gotten a lot of targets and a lot of catches because he's doing his job and getting open and creating separation and producing run after catch and all these things that makes you want to throw him the ball more. So he does all the things the right way. He takes care of his body in an unbelievable manner, always getting treatment at his house, IVs, this and that. He's a true pro, and I've learned a lot from him already. And, it's, like I said, we're fortunate to have him here with the Buffalo Bills.
Thank you very much, Josh.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.